playlist, and a GT3582 turbo little review, and some of the things I wanted to go over with learning how to tune and the process behind that. Right now we're just going to go ahead and jump in. For the fuel, I had 1000 RC 1000cc injectors. They were low impedance injectors, and I needed high impedance, which I could have used them. I still can if I wire in the resistor box. For right now, I want to check these 750s out, see how well they do. But these 750s are from EMUSA or EMUSA brand. I've got the turbo kit that's on the hatch right now is from EMUSA, and all the parts that come with it. We never had an issue with any of the parts, so I wanted to try with the fuel injectors. They're 750 cc's, and I wanted to see if I could get the dead times close to what one of the presets are on the Honda S300. They do not have a dead time chart that they send with these. I looked on the internet to try and find one. I couldn't find any of them. So I'm hoping that the dead times are close to the RC 750s and see what we can do off of that. They just look like the standard B series injector. They seem to be of quality, of good weight. I just want to see if they'll actually atomize and have a good enough duty cycle for the amount of power that I want. We'll see how they go. Hopefully they don't leak or they don't have any issues that come with these. We'll find out more about them during the tuning process. I have a sandwich plate just like this on the hatch. It's from Glow Shift. It's a 4-port, and it comes with 3 plugs. The one on the hatch, it never leaked, it never gave me an issue, delivered the oil exactly how it was supposed to. With the 4 ports, it gives you the options if you want to run 1 gauge, 1 sensor, and then run off oil to anything else that you may need to. I like those options. It works very well. Glow Shift made a good product. I would recommend this to anybody. I have a K-Tune 4-bar map sensor. It comes with the hardware and the O-ring for it. I'll never touch 4 bars worth of boost, but I do want this sensor in a premium name brand. K-Tune is one of the best name brands out there for Honda stuff, and I really wanted this sensor to read properly. But this will read every amount of boost that I ever give that engine. It'll take care of it. The tuning software that I do have is Honda S300. It's version 1. This particular ECU has the component soldered into it for a boost by gear, so we'll be able to run boost by gear on this vehicle. I'm really excited to play around with that, to see if I can, get it to hook in the early stages and then really take off during the mid stages. So really excited to be using this. This is the oil feed and drain, oil feed and return kit that I'll be using on this build. But the main reason I wanted this is a complete kit. It gives you everything you'll ever need for your application. And usually the feed lines that you get in those eBay kits are a 1-piece. This is actually a 3-piece feed line. It gives you link variations that is connected with a connector that is billet. It's not a restrictor or a filter of sorts. It's just a connector piece, and it has a break for if you need to add on any application, which I don't see me having to do that. This is strictly going to be a feed line straight from the sandwich plate to the turbo. One of my favorite parts is it has the 90-degree elbow that will help with any kink issues that I might have. But it comes with the clamps, different flanges for your turbo for drains. It comes with the bungs that you put into the pan. Your return line, you want it to run as straight as possible. You don't want to have any kind of kinks in it. You don't want it sagging down and making a 90-degree angle. You want it as straight from the turbo to the pan, so gravity can just feed it straight into the pan and get it out of the turbo. And this right here really helps with that. It gives you kind of an angle off of the turbo when it goes into the pan, so you don't kind of get that straight down and kind of curve. It'll drop it down a little bit and give me more of an angle. That is one of this, and the feed line, the way it was shaped, it's what really drew me to this kit. This was the complete kit. It gives you all the clamps, flanges, all the connectors, the gaskets, and everything, the lines. It is a one-stop shopping center for a complete kit. It's made by Mamba, and I really wanted to get a higher quality feed and return because, as you know, feeding the turbo, oiling it is very important. For the fuel, I'll also be using a AEM fuel pressure regulator. This is on a D series manifold. I also have a B series AEM manifold as fuel rail as well. But I will be reusing this fuel gauge, and I'll be using this this fuel pressure regulator. I also will be using a Walbro 255 liter per hour fuel pump. I like the Walbros, the smaller ones. They're just complete plug and play for the Hondas. I mean, they give you a harness, a new sock, and everything for it, a new strainer, the hose clamps, the hose, everything that you need to just plug and play. I really love that in an aftermarket part. The less fabrication that I have to do, the better. It eliminates more error in the application. And the Walbro is a cheaper pump, but I mean it's tested, it's test proven, it's battle ready, it is ready to do its job, and it should give me enough fuel that I need for the amount of power that I'm looking for. The packaging, I mean, they double wrapped it, everything in foam, everything's capped off. It's in wax paper that's got oil on it, so it keeps it from rusting. This is the Gt3582 is a T3 turbo, meaning that the flange on the ram horn manifold that I have already will work, so I don't have to switch anything up. It will just bolt right up to it. As you can tell, the inlet is quite different. She's a hoss daddy compared to the 50 trim. But like I said, guys on YouTube are making, I mean, 500, 600 horsepower, some of them beyond that with these turbos. And I'm hoping maybe even get 400 with the amount of fuel that I'll be having. I'll be happy with that. And then we'll blow it up and keep on going. Another difference besides just the size between this turbo and this one is oil cooled as well as coolant cooled. The 50 trims are always just oil cooled. I'm just gonna keep running oil cooled on this. I'm gonna cap up the coolant cap for it. Has all ports around it. This one is not a 5 bolt. Once you get out of the T3, T4s, they have a different bolt pattern. This one has the 4 bolt. I have a 3-inch down pipe that I'm gonna be running with this. As far as I know, like, I have no plans to really change it right now. It'll stay a down pipe. I'm not really a big fan of the up pipe on a daily. It looks cool and I'd love to see the flame shooting out of the hood, but I do want to drive it in the rain as well. Plus I don't have a shelter to park it under, so I'll have to come up with some kind of metal cap or something to keep out of it. I'll wind up forgetting to put it on or something. I just don't want to really deal with that. If it was a straight out race car that I had somewhere to stash it, then yeah. But I don't. It's just too much trouble. So I'm gonna stick with the down pipe and keep my hood clean as possible. that right now concludes the part list for the hatch. And I want to give a couple of reviews for some of the products. A lot of these products, I'm thinking for the most part, all the products will do okay. The main thing is, I hope the turbo, it doesn't prematurely fail. If it does, it was $130 shipped to my door. I could have got it cheaper than that if I would have made an offer, but I was doing bulk ordering, so I just kind of went ahead and was like, get it all. Just like all eBay turbos, that one has been balanced, but it does have slight shaft play. All the eBay turbos that we have, I've gotten 3 of the 50mm turbos. This is the first one bigger than those, and they all had shaft play. I have the one on the hatch actually has a little bit, but I did get a rebuild kit. They're $20, and I rebuild it, and it does fine. I mean, they just do well for the amount of money that you pay. They're actually pretty decent. Out of the 3 eBay turbos that I have bought, they're all 50 trim, the $100 ones. They all had a little bit of shaft play, and all were slightly balanced on the cartridge on both sides, on the exhaust housing side and the compressor housing side. Even the Gt3582 that I just bought, it has slight shaft play as well. But the shaft play that came from the factory, as long as it's oiled right, I don't see it playing of a major factor in anything. The rebuild kits are expensive, and I rebuilt the one outside, and it does fantastic. It does great. That concludes the parts list for the hatch. There's a bunch of other stuff that's going on in the car, and I'll be going over that as we're putting the car together and going through it, and you'll be able to see everything. I'm hoping to take this little budget package that I got, and I'm hoping to make 350 horsepower to the wheels. 400 is pushing it on pump gas. It'll be 93. But I'm gonna try and dial it in as best I can. I'm pretty sure I won't see more than 250 at the wheels or something like that when I first start out. Because like I said, I'm going through the tuning process and learning, picking a few things up here and there. One main thing that I did do was go to Evan's Performance Academy and took up a subscription. He actually teaches you in online videos on all the major tuning softwares: AEM, Howtech, Mega Squirt, Hondata, Cobb, and he goes through all of that, all the data, how the programs work. He navigates through all of them, and then he actually puts them into live dyno training, where you can go in. He'll shoot a 3-part video of dyno sessions with the type of application or the software that you'll be using, and he'll actually go through it and tune a vehicle step by step with you, and just show you all that. And he does leave feedback. Like if you have a question, just comment on one of the videos. He will get back to you. He'll answer your question to the best of his abilities, and I really appreciate that. All I have for this video, and stay tuned for the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay obsessed.